Hi friends, I'm Parvez from geekschoolers.com and this is our 10th video in Python programming language. In this video we're going to talk about if-else condition. So when you are coding or programming, sometimes you need to examine some conditions and decide which actions should be occurred based on those conditions. Now in Python the keywords if, elif and also else are used for conditional statements. Now so first we're going to just learn about if statement. Now we want to create just a simple example. So now first let me write the syntax of the if statement. For example, we can just say if, we can use if keyword, and after that we can add our conditional test in here, and after that you can just do something in here in the body of the if condition. So now let's create a practical example. For example, in here I have a variable of age and I'm going to just make it 19, and after this I'm going to check now if my age is greater than 18. I want to print that you can vote. So okay, now in here we are checking the condition, and this is our if keyword and this is our condition, and we are checking that if our age is if our age is greater than 18, we are going to print you can vote. So if you see in here our age is 19. Now if we run this, you will see that we are receiving you can vote, because in here the condition is true and our age is greater than 18. It means that our age is 19. Now if I run this, so you can see that we are receiving you can vote. And now if I change this, for example, let me just change this to not 20, for example 15. Now if I run this, you'll see that I'm not receiving anything, because in here my condition become false. I'm saying that if age is greater than 18. Now if you see in here our age is 15 and we should not receive this you can vote. And if I run this, so you can see that we are not receiving any result in here. So you can add many lines of code as you want in the block of the if statement. For example, you can just add print you, for example, you are good to vote. Now let me just change this to 19. So now if I run this, you can see that you can vote and you are good to vote. Now if the value, as I've already said, that if I change this to, for example, 15, now I'm not receiving any output in here, because in the section my condition is false and I will not receive this print statements in here. So now if the value of age is less than 18, for example in here we have 15, this program would produce no output. As I've already showed you, there is no output in this program. Now sometimes you need to define an action or set of actions that are executed when the conditional test fails. So for this we can use else condition. So now in here you can see that in here this condition became false, and we need to add an else condition in here. You can just do it in this section. You can add. Now we can just say else we want to print you cannot vote. So now in this code, first we have created an age variable. After that we are checking our condition. We are checking that if our age is greater than 18, we want to print this you can vote and you're good to vote. Now if this condition becomes false, we want to print that you cannot vote. So for example, if the age is in here if the age is 19, 20, 21, 24, anything above 18, we can write you can vote. and if that is less than 18, for example 17, 16 or 14, so we can print this code. Now if I run this, so now you can see that we are receiving that you cannot vote, because this condition is false. When this condition becomes false, and here we are receiving a true condition. Now if I change this to, for example, 20, and if I run this, you will see that I am receiving you can vote and you are good to vote. So sometimes you need to check more than two possible conditions, and for this we can use Python if elif else syntax. So now let's create an example, and here I'm going to, this time I want to get the input from the user. So I'm going to just say input, input, and I want to just say please enter your age. And because we are taking integer number, and this input function expects a string value, so we need to just typecast this to integer like this. And after that, now we are going to check. So if age is less than 10, we want to just print admission is $20. So if the age is less than 10, it means that the age is between 1 and 9. For that, we are going to just say admission is $20. Now we want to check another condition, so we are going to use ELIF. So if the age is less than 18, we want to just print that admission, so admission is for example $30. Now in here we are going to check that if the age is less than 18, it means that the age should be between 10 and also 17. So for that we're going to just say admission is $30. Now in the else case, in the other cases, in the other conditions, we want to just print that admission is $50. Now let me just describe this code once more. So we're going to just get the input from the user, and we want to just say for the user to enter their age. Now we want to specify the admission based on the user age. So if the age is less than 10, we want to just say that admission is $20. We want to check another condition, that the age is less than 18. It means that the age is between 10 and also 17. So for that we are going to just say admission is $30. So for example, if a user enter 15 age, the age 15, we want to just print admission is $30. Now in the other case, for example, the user enter ages between, for example, for example 19, 20 or 21, we want to just say that admission is $50. So this is $30, $20 and $50. So now let me just run this, and so now we want to enter the age. So first we want to check the first condition. Now this is if the age is less than 10. For example, in here I'm going to just enter 8. So we should receive that the age admission is $20. So you can see that admission is $20. Now let's check this condition. If age is less than 18, so for example in here we need to just add, for example, 15, and now if I run this, you can see that admission is 30. So you can see that we are receiving this. Now in the else condition, let's check the else in here, and for this we are going to just say, for example, 21. So if I run this, you can see that the admission is $50. So now let's create another example. This time we're going to use a list with the if else condition or if else statement. So in here I'm going to just again say enter user. So I want to just get the input from the user, so I want to just say please enter username. So after entering the username, I'm going to just create a list of users in here. And so for example, I have some users registered in my website, or I have a website, and these are the users that I have. So let me just add some users in the list. Now after that, we are going to check that if entered user in users, we want to just say print you are a valid user, so you are a valid user. And in the else condition, we are going to just say, so let me just say in the else, we want to say print you are not a valid user. So let me just describe this code, and here first I'm going to just get a username from the user. So I have a list of users, registered users. So these are, for example, 4 names that I have in here for users. After that, I'm going to check if the user entered input is in the users. For example, in this user list, I want to say that you are a valid user. In the else case, we want to just say that you are not a valid user. So now let me just run this. So first I'm going to check, for example, the users. So let me just add a registered user from the list. Now you can see that it's telling me that you are a valid user. Now let me just run this again, and this time I want to just add this Bob in here, so I should receive you are a valid user. Now this time I'm going to add a wrong user, so let me just add a user that's not in here. So for example, geeks coders. Now if I run this, you can see that you are not a valid user. So like this you can work with the if else condition in Python. If you have any question, please let me know, and for the further videos, subscribe to my channel, and also if you want the source code, you can just check the video description.